Welcome to the Anointed Her podcast. I'm your host, D'Angela San, and I just want to say thank you for being in here today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and listening. Honestly, you could be anywhere listening to anyone, but you're here listening to me. So I just appreciate that and just want to start off with a little bit of gratitude. So today is a new year. Um, we're about a week into the new year, and I've decided to do a Daniel fast. And I did one last year. It was amazing for my mind, my body, my soul. And I really feel like the Lord is revealing so much to me during this time. I'm only on day 4, but yeah, like the Lord is present. And I really feel like the Lord shared something with me yesterday that I think will just serve as a reminder for all of us. So I've been trying to read through the Bible in a year. So that's like my big thing. I have never read the Bible fully in a year, and I really feel called to do it. I'm like, you know what? I can do it. This is my gear. If I'm going to be podcasting, if I'm going to be speaking about the Lord, I better be in his word. Like. So I'm doing it, and it's been a blessing to me. But yesterday, I had just so much on my plate. It felt like everything felt pressing. Like I had to give my baby a bath. I had to do something for my part-time teaching position that I'm doing, and then I still needed to have quiet time. So I give him a bath, put him down for bed. I'm like, check, first thing off my list. Next thing I need to do is have quiet time. I need to have quiet time. I need to have quiet time. I am on a roll. I need to have quiet time. So I have this anxiety about quiet time, almost just like, okay, I need to have quiet time and it needs to start at this time and then it needs to end at this time because if it ends at this time, then I'll have time to do my next thing. And I just felt anxious about it all. So I entered into my quiet time with anxiety. And I go and I sit on the bed. I'm like, D'Angelo, relax, relax, D'Angelo, relax. Like I'm taking everything in my own strength to tell myself to calm down, relax, get in the spirit, play some worship music, just get in it, get in the zone, like trying to force myself into the presence of God, trying to force the anxiety off of myself so that I can have my quiet time, read my Bible, and then get on to my next thing. But how many of us know that that is actually not what the Lord wants from us? He does not want um, a religious relationship. He actually came to do away with that. He despised the Pharisees because they were so about the law, so about the religion, so about the order of things that they were not concerned about relationship. And that's so damaging. So I feel like the Lord showed me in my quiet time. I feel like he was like, I have come not to place rules and for you to check off a checklist or for this to bring you anxiety. I've come to unburden you. I've come to unburden you. Like our relationship with God is not supposed to be another thing that we check off the checklist to make us feel better, another thing we check off the checklist to increase our knowledge and our understanding of God. God came for us to have a relationship with him. That is the reason that he sent his son, so that relationship with the Father could be restored. He didn't have to send Jesus. He could have just, after the fall, he could have just been like, well, they are ignorant and they don't listen. I'm done with them. In fact, in the time of Noah, he said he regretted making humans. We are not easy to deal with. We are very disobedient. And yet, he sent Jesus because he still desperately desired a relationship with his creation. And when we approach the Lord as a checklist, I need to just get in the spirit so that I can just spend time with him, like, that is not what he wants. That is not what he wants. And I felt like he was speaking that to me because I felt like the Lord was like, pick up your turmeric latte and just sit and just rest. Put on worship music and just rest. And when I tell you, I felt the presence of the Lord. I felt him not by trying to do it in my own strength, not by anxiously like trying to get into the spirit, but by resting and by sitting and just by allowing the Lord to minister to me. That is how the Lord approached me. And that is when I actually heard him and felt him and experienced him. It was in that intimate time with him. And it made me wonder, like, man, like, how often am I missing this piece because I'm not taking a moment just to rest and to stop talking and just to listen to worship and just to sit in his presence? Like, how much am I leaving on the table by just running my mouth, just anxiously trying to like, I need this, I need this, I need this, thank you for this, I need this, I need this, help me with this, like this list that I'm giving the Lord, instead of just saying, God, like, what do you have for me today? Like, I'm constantly giving him my things, and I know he wants them. He wants to hear that stuff. And he also wants to give us things as well, but he can't if we're talking all the time. And I think sometimes we think that the Lord, if he wants to tell us something, he's going to get our attention. If he really wanted me to know that, he's going to make it known. Yes and no, you know. He does speak in the thunder, but he also speaks in the still small voice. And that is so easily missed if we are loud and if we are talking and if we don't take a moment to listen in. We miss it. So I just felt like the Lord was telling me, like, I've come to unburden you. And I was thinking through scripture and I was like, oh, Lord, that is so true. It's so true. Matthew 11:28-30 says, come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle in heart and humble, and I will give you rest for your souls. Oh, I love that so much. He wants to give us rest for our souls. So even in that moment when I was, maybe that's you too, approaching your time with God, and there's so much stuff that is like floating through your head, like, I got to do this, I got to accomplish this, I have to remember to do this, that it is just hindering you being able to really have intimacy with the Lord. Give it to God. Say, God, I have so much floating in my mind, but you have come to give me rest for my soul. My soul is my mind, my will, my emotions. It's not just a physical rest. It is a rest for the tormenting thoughts. It's a rest for the anxious feeling. It's the rest for those feelings that you don't know what to do with. He wants to give you rest for that too. And when I tell you I experience that rest, like, it's like, you know, when you feel the peace of God just over you, it's like you don't even care about anything else in the world. You are just totally centered and thankful and grateful. And you can truly listen and reflect on all the things that the Lord has to say. And that is what I experienced. And I'm so thankful that the Lord made me pause. He said, Deandra, stop, just stop, put on worship, and listen. And that may be something that you need to do as well. Like, it's a new year and we are eager to grow in our knowledge and our understanding of the Lord. But if we are not intimate with him, if we are not taking time to foster that unique, beautiful relationship with him, we're missing it. We're so missing it, because the Lord wants so much more than just us checking off a checklist. He wants to dwell with us. Another place that I think about how the Lord wants to be with us is the story of Mary and Martha. And Martha had welcomed Jesus into her home. Mary and Martha, they welcomed him into her home. And Martha, it says, is preoccupied with all the things that she has to accomplish. She's thinking about this, she's thinking about that. She has tasks that she has to do. And Mary is just blissfully ignorant and sitting at the feet of Jesus. And Martha is annoyed, you know, like when someone is not pulling their weight and you were doing all this stuff, you're like, man, like, I'm doing all of these things. Like, why is she just sitting there? Jesus, do you not care that she is not helping me? Are you not going to say something to her? She's just sitting at your feet. She should be helping me clean, helping me prepare. Am I all alone in this? And Jesus' response is so powerful because he doesn't say, yes, Martha, Mary, go help Martha. You're right. No. He says, Martha, essentially, Martha, you are doing all of this stuff. And little is actually needed. In fact, only this one thing is needed. Mary chose the better thing to sit at my feet. And I will not take that away from her. And that's powerful because he's saying that by her just sitting at my feet, like that is the best place for her to be. Not doing all these things, not checking off a checklist, but just like in my case, sitting on my bed, listening to worship, and just letting the Lord minister unto me, sitting at his feet. That is the best place for me to be. I think that we are so like a do it culture, especially in America. It is hard for us to slow down. There's so much to do. There's so much on our plates. There's so much we're thinking about. Like it can get overwhelming. But don't miss that the Lord desires intimacy. He desires to unburden us. He desires to give us rest for our souls. He said that the better thing is to sit at the feet. Even if it feels like all these other things are important, the better thing is to sit at his feet. I also thought about the story of the Samaritan woman at the well when I was thinking about how the Lord desires to unburden us. And the Lord offers her living water. He says, if you knew who I was, then you would ask me for living water, one that will not run out, one that will not, you'll be thirsty again with regular water, but with my water, you will always be satisfied. With the water that I have, you will always be satisfied. And the Lord was offering that unto her. He was saying, listen, I want to give you this. I want to unburden you. I want to give you something that is going to satisfy your life, your soul. Like that is what the Lord wants to offer us. He wants to give us that intimacy with him, with the Father. So I'm just thankful. And I pray that this is just a reminder to you that the Lord is desiring to be intimate with us. He is desiring to unburden us this year. So ask yourself, like, what are the ways that I am not allowing the Lord to unburden me? Maybe you are just so gung ho on having a checklist. Maybe you're just like, I need a checklist. Like, I need a checklist. I need to do all of these things. Maybe you're having like acting like Martha in that way, where you need to accomplish all of these things, that Jesus is sitting in your home. He's sitting right there. He's right in proximity to you. But for some reason, these other things feel important, and they're not. Jesus is more important. But it can be so easy to be distracted by other things, preoccupied with other things. What do you need to let go of so that the Lord can truly minister unto you? I think another thing is sometimes we have just a set, I know for me, it almost feels like if things don't go perfectly as I expected, I just forfeit the day. I'm like, I had this order in which I wanted the day to go. My child did not nap when I thought he was going to nap. My day is thrown. I can't, it's over. Maybe I'll try again tomorrow. I do that often. I do that often. But the Lord is not, the Lord is, the Lord does not fit in a perfect box. Like, I think we try and box him in because it feels comfortable. The Lord is not comfortable. He's not going to be boxed in. His ways are greater than our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. There's things in the Bible that I'll read stories and I'll be like, that is really interesting that this happened. Like, I think about the story of Job, like, wow, I would never think to do that. But I'm not God. I'm not the Lord. I don't have his ways. So I cannot expect that the Lord is going to operate in the way that I do. I've already lost if I expect that. The Lord can be with us anywhere. He can do anything. I think the greatest gift of for me being a mother has been the flexibility I have been forced. I say forced genuinely to to give myself and to give the Lord. Because when I was single, even married, no kids, I used to be able to have quiet time. Man, it was great. I'd like set aside time, set aside an hour, have my coffee uninterrupted. I don't have to worry about naps. I don't have to worry about any of that. Like, it was just great. And then I had my child, and I kid you not, I just remember thinking, like, I am never going to sleep. I mean, not sleep. Oh, yeah, sleep. Definitely feeling like I was never going to sleep again. But I also definitely felt like I'm never going to have quiet time again, which is so dramatic. But it was kind of true because I may never have quiet time in the same way that I did before. But the Lord was actually just inviting me to a deeper form of intimacy. He was inviting me and saying, like, listen, like, I'm actually with you always. Do you know that I'm actually with you always? I'm not just with you when you set up shop and make it aesthetically perfect. I'm actually with you the moment that you wake up. I perceive you from afar. I know when you rise. I know when you fall. Nothing can separate us from the love of the Father. Like nothing. So I started literally like breastfeeding my baby and reading my Bible, waking up in the morning, praying and playing with him. And I'm still genuinely trying to like break out of the mold that I've been in for so long. But the Lord has truly showed me like I am with you everywhere. Like you cannot miss me. I am always with you. You do not have to summon me in. I am here. I am near. I am close. My prayer has become honestly like, Lord, like I used to pray, like, come here, come down, come to me, like, be with me, Lord. I want your presence. I am starting to pray now, Lord, make me aware of your presence because you're here. You have never left me. Make me aware of it. That is what I need. And he does it. He did it for me yesterday. He did it for me so beautifully yesterday. And I believe and I know that he wants to do that for every single person. So I just wanted to share that the Lord truly does want to unburden you. He wants to take your anxiety from you, and he wants to give you living water that will satisfy you. I think that we just need to oftentimes let go. Let go. We need to let go of our checklists. We need to let go of this perfection mentality towards approaching the Lord. When has he ever needed perfection to move? He has never needed perfection to move. You see it through all the biblical characters in the Bible. None of them were perfect, yet the Lord used each and every one of them. And he was so powerful and he moved so powerfully in their lives. Like, but he wasn't looking for their perfection. He was just looking for a willing and open heart and a one person with faith that said, I believe you, I trust you, I need you. And that is what he is looking for. So I encourage you in this new year, don't just gain knowledge for knowledge's sake. Don't just pray for prayer's sake. Don't just read the word for reading its sake. Do that for intimacy with the Father. And that is what he's after. That is what he wants. That is what he desires. Like that, that is the reason he sent his son and he's coming back for his bride. You know how intimate it is for a God to say, I am going to make these people my bride and I'm going to come back for her. That is intimate. That is like, that is what he's after. And we are fooling ourselves to think that it's anything else. And I think that, of course, like Bible reading and prayer and disciplines are important. Don't hear me say that. But without that intimacy with the Father, it's loveless, it's robotic, and it just lacks the power that the Lord has for us. So I just encourage you today, be intimate with God. Give him all your problems. Maybe don't speak too much. I feel like I speak a lot when I'm praying. I feel like I'm I need this, I need that, just talking, just chatting. Maybe try not talking for a little bit. It's a little uncomfortable. It's like, oh, I feel like I need to say something. But don't. Or also like don't feel like God has to like bring this revelation every single time. Sometimes he just wants to be close to you. Sometimes he just wants to give you a hug. Like if you have kids, like I now have a 9-month old, sometimes I'm sure as I have more kids or people that I love, it's not always that I want to bestow upon you this revelation. Sometimes I just want to love on you. Sometimes it's just like, oh, you're amazing. I just love you. Let the Lord love on you. Let just be intimate with him. But that's been my biggest revelation of the day. The Lord wants to unburden you. Read those scriptures, read about the word of God. And yeah, I hope that you have a prosperous new year. And yeah, it's a that's it. Sometimes the most simple messages are actually the hardest for us to do. But I pray that you are encouraged. I pray that you desire a deeper intimacy with the Father. So, this has been another episode of the Anointed Her podcast. I pray that you know that you are anointed, that if the Lord has chosen you and placed his spirit inside of you, he has anointed you for special purposes. And I pray that you walk in that today. And yes, have a great rest of your day, rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.